All right. All right, all right, all right. We are going to be live momentarily. Doing our thing. Let's see if I can get this to work right. Boom. That looks like it's right. How we doing, guys?
Good morning.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
Let's see how many folks are coming in. And I have no idea how that's going to work today. All right, because Zoom is not functioning the way that it would normally function as it appears. So we just want to, we'll get us cooking in just a minute once we get everybody here. It is 11 o'clock, so we do want to make sure we get everybody in and out, right, Leland?
That is correct. That's correct.
Right.
We want to respect their time.
That's correct. So first of all, welcome to the second edition of the online video verification. The whole idea is to be working with American-made PPE and supply chains that can get you what you need, which we're going to be talking about today. So we're glad that you decided to join us. We want to welcome all the folks that have had interest in this. We've been fielding registrations for this for the past couple of weeks. Thank you for deciding to join us. It's wild what's happening with reopenings and things like that. A lot of interest in American-made manufacturing, primarily because it's in support of the Executive Order 14,001. We have a briefing tomorrow about that exact subject, dealing with industry, as a matter of fact. So real quick, for the session agenda, we will be doing some introductions to you, and as well as on-site virtual tours, give you access to some additional resources, procurement options that you can purchase from. And I want to introduce you to Mr. Leland Talbert. He is the CEO of Transcendence, and tell us a little bit about Transcendence.
Thank you, Dave. My name is Leland Talbot. I'm the president and CEO of Transcendence Incorporated. Transcendence has been doing work in the federal government space for almost 20 years now. As you look up my company has had a long-standing record of successful contract awards. Transcendence provides program management, system integration, risk mitigation, health IT, and also health products to like the federal government. Of course, since COVID, our main focus has basically turned to that. We have basically turned that way. So the bulk of our customer base now consists of the VA and also the DLA as well.
Fantastic. And within that, let me see if I open my, that's not where we're going yet. Hang on, guys. There we go. I am Zoom challenged at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So so first, let's talk. We're going to be introducing you to some of those folks, but before we do, I'd like to know how many folks have to purchase American-made versus whether they just prefer or they don't even care. It's just based solely on price. So let us know where you are and how you're operating so far, and we will make sure we get that to you. And we're going to introduce you now to Mr. Dan Rebecca. So if everybody else can pop off their videos, and we'll talk with Dan Rebecca. I'm going to stop sharing this for just a minute. Dan, where are you located?
We're in St. Charles, Illinois. I want to say good morning to everybody. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, you bet.
So I'm going to take you on a tour of our manufacturing space, as well as our inventory area, to show you what we have on hand as far as inventory. Unfortunately, today our our mask lines are down, but I will show you the inventory of the masks that we make in-house, as well as gowns and some face shields as well. So with that being said, I'm going to gear up and we can head out that way.
Yep, you got to get all your personal protective gear. Some of those I think you even manufacture in your own place, right?
I'm putting on one of our masks right now.
One of those, and that's one of the greatest things about focusing on BAA, not just BAA, but U.S. manufactured, right? So there's multiple plays on the BAA component. And you mentioned that the masks are down for today because you're adding machinery, right?
Yeah, we're putting in 2 new pieces of equipment, and when we do that, we have to shut the lines down to rewire where those new pieces of equipment are going to go.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm going to turn this around and show you our manufacturing space.
Okay.
have over 300 sewing units, as well as pad printing, screen printing. We have 4 cutting tables, die cutting, sonic welding, RF welding, laser cutting. In this facility, we have around 450 employees. In our second facility, we have about another 350.
And what we see there, are there manufacturing gowns? Is that what we see?
Hang on just a second.
Gotta love live events, ladies and gentlemen.
How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's better. What did we see manufactured there, Dan? That was your gown place? Is that what gowns? Is that what we saw?
It's one of the areas.
Ah,
This is the second area we have over here. This is the area where we actually will do, we're actually on break right now. So we do a lot of different medical device work, and this is also where we would do gowns.
I love it. It's great to see American manufacturing. And that you are right outside of Illinois, right?
Yeah, we're just outside Chicago, just west of Chicago,
I meant Chicago.
not too far from O'Hare.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So while you're walking to the next place where you're going to show us some of the inventory, I am going to share the what we have as far as availability from your factory in Illinois. And this is AJR. This is your production facility in St. Charles, Illinois. And you manufacture masks, right? And a lot of the masks that we're talking about here are your surgical type masks that you're like the one you're wearing.
Correct. So,
So-
we do make all ASTM level 3. We can make all the documentation available for that. We also do carry some imported stuff as well, but primarily we produce these masks in-house. We
Right.
have 2 lines that can go up to 2 shifts. Right now we're running about a shift and a half. We are a 13485 facility and FDA.
Fantastic. And you can see the quantities there. This is as of what, 9 a.m. this morning, I think is what we said.
This morning's inventory, correct?
This morning's inventory. So if you need the mask, that's what's on the top level, 480,000. What is the difference between 0450s, 03s, and 02s? They're the level 3 is the 0450. Is that what that means?
So the 0450 is our ASTM level 4 mask that comes in a case
Okay.
with 20 boxes of 50.
All right.
Our
And then-
ASTM level 3, or excuse me, our F mask 03 is the same filter media. They're white, but these were prior to us getting our certification through Nelson Labs and filing for the EUA.
Gotcha.
And then our F mask, our 02, are imported masks. They are blue. We have documentation on them to meet level 2.
Okay. So the ones that are domestic, and I love the fact that you have them mapped out as domestic and imported. So almost 500,000 available there, and then 364,000 for your level 2s, right? Manufactured here, and then the other ones. All right. So, and we just looked at the gowns as well. You're going to show us some of the gowns.
So I'm going to show you the inventory.
Inventory. Okay, let's look at that.
Heading over to one of our boxes right now.
Super. How big is your facility there?
About 380,000 square feet.
Awesome. That is so great. And you employ how many people there?
Over 800, but that's split between 2 facilities.
Fantastic. 800 folks manufacturing PPE here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. I love it. All right, what we got there, Mr. Rebecca?
All right, I'm going to turn this around.
You almost got it. There it is.
Okay. This is our FMASC 03 inventory area.
And FMASC 03 means what?
These are the pre-certification, but same filter media, and these are available in white.
Okay. What level are they?
Well, again, they're not certified, but same ASTM level 3 filter media.
Right. So you can be, they can be used for level 2 or 3. Gotcha. Okay. And that's the mask manufacturing place, right?
That is correct.
And that's shut down because you're adding machinery.
That is correct. So here's a box of our masks.
Love it.
So these come pre-sealed in a poly bag, and then they are in a box of 50. And 40 cases, actually 40 boxes per case, for 2,000 per case.
Fantastic. Love it. And again, I'm going to share the quantities that we have there available. And it really depends on what's necessary. I'm going to ask a question while we're doing this with a poll of what are the masks that you generally would need? Is it N95s? Is it level 3 surgical masks, or level 2 or level 1? There we go. We'll get the rest of the folks incorporated. We want to welcome everybody that's coming in, and I know some folks can't get to the polls because you called in, which is okay, because we'll get you the information after the fact. Right, Leland?
That is correct.
That is correct. We'll make sure everybody gets it. All right. So I'm going to stop this. And are you ready for your next delivery of?
I am just
all
going to show some of the additional inventory for the 04 mask, and I'm going to walk over to the gowns.
Fantastic. So what are we looking at here?
These are 04. Obviously, they're palletized at this point, but we have about 300, I believe 380,000. Actually, what was on the paperwork there? Was it 480,000?
Yeah.
Okay. So as of today, we have around 480,000 in stock. We try to keep somewhere around 250,000 in stock at all times.
Awesome.
All right, I'm working my way over here to the gown inventory.
And again, we have the gowns in you have multiple sizes and colors, right?
That is correct. So these are AMI 3 gowns. These are actually sterilized individually.
Mm-hmm.
In blue. We carry 03 non-sterilized gowns as well.
All right. So we got sterilized and non-sterilized. And while we're looking at that, I'm going to ask the question of the types of gowns that you would normally need, non-sterilized or sterilized, and what your levels need to be, because there's levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that right?
That is correct.
Fantastic. And we have, while we're doing that and we're getting those responses, I'm going to go back to the place where we're showing off the quantities, and then we're going to, next up, I do believe we have gloves, right, Leland?
That is correct. We have gloves.
Correct. All right, so we got information coming back on our gowns. So guys, you can let us know what you normally would need, and we'll whoops, I didn't shut it down. I closed it. Let me do this. And the phone. Okay, good deal. All right, so here we have the numbers for the different sizes of the gowns, as well as for the colors and the sterilization level. So whatever you need gown wise, you can reach out, and you also have production capacity there too, right, Dan, Rebecca?
So we do have the ability on production orders to produce the gowns in-house. It's usually a 3-week ramp up depending on volume. And we can provide several different models of different gowns that we can produce to meet your specifications. This just very quickly are Amy level 2 gowns.
In beautiful yellow.
These are yellow. We also have some ASTM level 4s, or excuse me, Amy level 4s.
Okay. Ready to rock. Fantastic. I appreciate that, Dan. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next piece, which is moving on to gowns. Who is stepping up to show us, not gowns, gloves? We're going to be introducing Sunny Care. They're based in, they have product in San Francisco, California right now. Am I right, Leland?
That is correct. Hey, Yuri, take it away, sir.
Sounds good. Hey guys, Yuri here with Sunny Care, as well as Amanda, who is the owner of the Sunny Care and Asio Group. We are currently at our warehouse right now, where we have about 4,008 cases, which is about 54 million gloves. Let me just rotate my phone here.
You have how many? You have how many gloves there?
We have 54 million gloves in stock here today. By the end of the week, we should have about 66 million gloves in stock. So these are the gloves and cases themselves, and these are all of the pallets. There's about 422 pallets currently here in stock. As you can see, these rows go way back. But these are them. And I'll take you guys down one of the rows just so you can have a sense of what 54 million looks like.
What 54 million looks like. That's a boatload of gloves. That's all I know. So
Yeah.
let's talk about this real quick, because I have on the screen, you have 3,248 cases of small, and you see all the different sizes there as well as the quantities. How many are in a case?
So good question. There are 10 boxes in a case. There are 100 gloves per box, which means there is a total of 1,000 gloves in a case. 1,000
gloves in a case. So everybody can do a multiplier on that by 1,000. So that would be 3.2 million, 15 million, 20 million, and 14 million. You got a lot of gloves. And that's
Correct.
Fantastic, because it's one of the most challenging products to be able to supply in PPE. And I want to get Leland back up for just a minute, if you can fire your camera up to talk about this, because we've been working with this and a problem with supply chain with this for a while, haven't we, Leland?
That is correct. One of the critical thing is basically having a true understanding of what the customer needs, as well as having the ability to have the right type of team together to ensure to where, one, that you have the right type of allocation, you know where the manufacturer is, you also know exactly how the transportation, you know, the logistics. We can basically provide to any customer full logistical view. They can see exactly the fact of what is in inventory. We can show them as well what is on the water and how soon, and also what's at the port.
Because
that's a critical thing. Right.
And not all of these can be American made yet, because like my mom was making masks back a year ago, right? And she's making, you can't all of a sudden create nitrile gloves. So that's one of the biggest challenges we have, right?
Right. And let's just be honest, the bulk of all medical products and devices is made overseas. Let's just be honest. it is made overseas. The critical factor is, do you have a trusted supplier? Do you have a trusted team together? Transcendence is not doing this as a cowboy method. Another critical thing is the fact that Sunny Care is also chemo rated gloves as well. So they're chemo rated, they're trusted. We don't mind sending out samples to anyone, and also the fact that we have teamed up and we have a very strong supply chain, and we have a very strong team to ensure that the government gets exactly what they need when they need.
That's
That's a critical
fantastic.
factor nowadays.
And back when this all started, we've been talking multiple times about the challenges of dealing with the first problem, which is having what's necessary in our supply chain. And then the second part is US manufacturers, which we do have here. And we'll continue to feature those all the time because we do want to support the new initiatives. But we do appreciate the folks at Sunny Care. Thank you very much. And I missed your name originally. Is that Amanda? Is that
Yeah.
her?
And
Amanda,
yes,
Amanda.
the owner of Sunny Care.
Yes.
Hey, Amanda Diaz. Great to meet you, and thanks for joining us today. We do appreciate that. And we're going to move on to the next featured item, which is what are we talking about now, Leland?
Those are the germicidal white. One thing right quick. Yuri, are you able to quickly showcase the gloves right quick?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I wanted to quickly showcase the gloves so they can
I'm
see
sorry.
exactly the
Before we
quality of the
move
gloves.
on, that was my fault.
No problem.
So I'm opening up a size medium case right now. I don't have the biggest hands in the world, so these do fit me. They're an incredible glove, very, very high quality. They are actually manufactured by a factory that also manufactures the Ansel gloves. So some of you may be familiar with those. So here are the gloves on my hand, an incredible fit. And sorry, that my watch on. And as you can see me pulling back, it goes. Also great finger, palm.
Oh, nice.
So ultimately an incredible glove. You can pull this thing back, as you guys saw, pretty much to my elbow. But here's the glove.
Nice.
I'd consider myself strong, but having a tough time ripping these.
And you know what's great is that we have seen, and Leland, you can throw in on this too. We have seen some pretty serious issues with the qualities, right?
That's correct. And
A lot of you
like
guys,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. When you receive, there are certain gloves you'll receive, and you pull them out, and you'll notice that some of them are all sticking to each other. The Sunny Care glove does not stick.
Nice.
They are incredible. You pull them out, you're getting one glove, you're not getting 5 and having to pull 2 to wear. So very, very good quality.
Fantastic. And again, thank you very much for that. I love seeing quality products. Don't you, Leland? You gotta love quality.
Oh yeah, that's the important part right now is ensuring that there's a quality product. The fact is we're completely open to basically sending out samples. If anyone has any questions whatsoever, we can provide a full product brochure on it. We can provide the 510K, and also like if you need samples for testing, if your infection control team needs any type of samples, no problem at all. We'll go ahead and we'll send them to you.
And we're gonna make sure that you get a link for that. In the follow-up recap, we'll get a link so that all you have to do is say, hey, this is what I need samples of.
Okay.
Good. Awesome. We'll do that. All right. Now it is really time to take a look at the next feature. Go ahead. Yuri, if you can turn off your camera. Thank you very much, Yuri and Amanda. Appreciate
Thank
you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
Thank
support
you.
on this.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna let you do the introductions for the next folks as I get up the screen here for Simply Wipe is who we're gonna be doing. Tell us about Simply White. Mr. Stafford, Mr. Trey Stafford in the house.
Hey guys, how's it going? Exciting stuff. Yeah, so we're going to give you guys a quick tour of our El Paso facility here shortly. Mark Rayson, the Chief Strategy Officer of Simply, is on the call with us as well. And this is a phenomenal product made in the USA, manufactured here in Texas. And we're really excited to be putting a product out in the marketplace that does compete with some of the big players out there. In particular, in the medical space, we have put together a exact replica as far as the chemical makeup to the PDI Super Sandy purple top. And you can see the mock-up there. But we're going to show you guys the live inventory. We've got 500,000 units of 160 count ready to go right now. We could put them on a truck and have them going anywhere in the States. And I'm going to turn this over to Mark. Mark, will you get your video on for us and show us what the facility's looking like?
Hey,
All
Mark.
right, thank you, Trey. Yep, I'm here. Thanks, Trey. All right, good morning, everybody. Just bear with me while I turn my camera around.
You're getting it. It's close.
I'm there.
How you doing? And
It's a new phone,
you're not
so-
Leland. We're gonna rename you right while we're
There we go.
talking.
Okay, so sunny El Paso, American manufacturer on the ground here. I travel around the country, but I've been at the plant for the last 2 weeks. So we currently have, as Trey said, 500,000. As of yesterday evening, we actually have 575,000 units, which can ship immediately. By the end of this week, we'll have a little over 750,000. This is the product which we're currently looking at.
Nice.
It is the identical replica to PDI. The purple top Super Sunny germicidal wipe. It's fully sealed.
And how large is your facility there that we're looking at, Mark?
475,000 square foot.
Nice.
It's one of the largest facilities in El Paso. It actually used to belong to Hoover back in the day.
Oh,
So this is all the inventory which is currently ready to go out the door. Over my shoulder was actually the production lines, and we have production going on today all the way through to Saturday morning currently. And these can be shipped in single trucks, pallets, all the way up to, I'd say today, 575,000 units could actually go out.
and you will not
This is
ship a
just
single, you don't ship single wipes. You don't pull them out and ship those.
Haven't found a way to keep them wet. They tend to dry up when you ship them by
That
the
is-
single.
That's a fact.
But
So,
I can certainly send cases as samples. That's not a problem at all.
excellent. We'll make sure we do that. And what is your production capacity there? How many of those do you turn out in a given week?
We can currently turn out between 500 and 750,000, depending on depending on how many shifts we're running.
Right.
And that's on a Monday to Saturday shift. So that's not including overnight Saturday or Sunday if we needed to.
Fantastic.
And we have 3 more machines currently being installed. That's going to up our production to way over 1.5 million a week. So it's a little dark down this end of the warehouse. So as far as production capacity, we are more than capable.
That is awesome. And we have, so you're in El Paso, Texas. You have 570,000 on the floor right now. And
Yep, 575,000.
575,000. So that's what's available. 160 count in the germicidal wipes. So we appreciate you, Mark. It's great to see you. Trey, it's great to see you as well.
Dave, real
May I
fast
just-
before
sir.
we move on, important to note, Simply is on the EPA's list in for killing coronavirus, the human coronavirus,
Mhm.
and the strains there. 2-minute contact time. So
Nice.
2-minute kill time for the COVID virus. So that is
Actually,
important.
can I step in there? The
Yeah,
corona,
please do.
we just got our 30-second kill time from the EPA
30
for
seconds.
corona. Yes. So the maximum kill time for all the other 17 registered Viruses is 2 minutes, but corona itself is actually 30 seconds.
Fantastic.
Great update.
Well, thank you very much. There you go. You got the news. You didn't even know that yourself, Trey.
That just happened yesterday, actually. So I apologize, Trey, for not updating you.
That's all right. We broke the news right here, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Fantastic. We do appreciate you guys with that. Mark, it's always great to see you. And again, you got 500,000 units available. And we're going to talk about procurement options. Leland, why don't you pop up for a second? Because absolutely, this Transcendence is one of the key folks that are involved in providing this to the government, because you are a service disabled veteran, right? Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And the critical factor here is basically working with a company that understands that you have to have a solid team. And the fact that we have a solid team of companies that we work with, we have letters of exclusivity with each one of these companies. We have basically worked with them. We have done deals with them. We know exactly how the supply line is going to basically work. At any time, we can basically pick up a phone and basically provide to you your comfort. VA and any federal agency right now needs to be confident in the companies that they're going to work with. They need to know that they can get the particular products and or services that are needed in a timely method. As you will have seen, a lot of things has now moved to on the ground. They want to see exactly what's on the ground. Well, what better proof for showing you inventory all across the country that we have in stock, that we are ready to go. And if there's any questions or any follow-throughs, if you need samples of anything, we are more than happy to supply you with those samples.
And we will provide you with the opportunity. We're going to send out a recap email shortly to everyone so that they can select any of the quantities or any of the products for samples if you need those, or you can order those straight from Leland. And you can reach Leland right down the bottom of that. There you see Leland Talbert. There's his contact information, including phone number that rings right to you, I do believe, Mr. Leland.
That is correct.
That is correct. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We will be continuing to do this as we work to help American made products get penetration into the federal space, as well as the quality pieces. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Dan, Rebecca. You're awesome. Love that place. Love looking at what you got out there. And we really appreciate you, Yuri, as well as Amanda, Mark, Trey. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody? All right. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Thanks so much, guys. We will see you next time. We'll get that information out as soon as possible. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.